Hello, YouTube. This is my very first video here on the Rock and Roll Mystic channel. I am Victoria, the Rock and Roll Mystic, and I have decided that I wanted to start this little journey. And I'm going to try to do this whole video in one take because I have no time for editing, at least not yet. And I was watching a whole bunch of videos with the tag My Magical YouTube Journey that was created by Starlight the Wild Witch. And I was so enjoying all of your videos that it inspired me to do my very first video with the tag. And I wasn't going to do it. And then I was watching Lavender Hazelwood and she just basically tagged everybody. So that was kind of my permission to go ahead and do it. So I apologize for the lighting. I apologize for my look. I'm exhausted. I just had a couple really long days, but I wanted to get this done and introduce myself to YouTube. I have no followers yet, but who knows? Maybe with this tag, I'll start finding followers. And I guess I'll just start with with all these questions. There's an awful lot of questions here, as many of you know. So I'm just going to try to go through it as as quick as possible. Like I said, this is going to be kind of weird. I'm a little nervous and I'm just going to do it in one take. So the first question is, how long have you been on YouTube as a content creator? See, I'm already off to a bad start. Well, as I just said, this is my very first intentional YouTube video on this particular channel. So there's been nothing on this channel except for this right now. I have had channels on YouTube, but they've been mostly just archival sites where I would post old videos from, say, Facebook or whatever, and just put up as kind of I don't know, a video diary of sorts. And so I have had that, and I used to do some classes for animal spirituality, and I popped that over there. I'm not active on that channel. Videos are still all there, but I think I've had that, oh gosh, maybe since 2017, maybe earlier than that. I don't know. It was never an intentional YouTube, let's be a content creator channel. It was just a library. So I do have that. That's creative healing and wellness. And I can tag that if you guys are interested. There's a bunch, not a lot, but there's a bunch of videos there. All right, so this is my first one on this channel. So hi. The second question, what is your channel name and what is the significance behind it? Okay, well, I named the channel the Rock and Roll Mystic because for many, many years I have been working with crystals, making healing jewelry, teaching enlightenment stuff, mentoring people on spiritual development and personal development. And I've dabbled in tarot, and now I'm being called to enter this new world of I don't even know what to call it yet because it's so new, but but things are changing. And with all of the knowledge that I have collected over the last, I don't know, decade or so, with all the courses I've taken, I am a Reiki master teacher. I have a level 4 healing touch for animals, level 3 healing touch for humans. I did an anatomy for healers course. I'm also a certified law of attraction life coach. So I've kind of done a whole bunch of stuff, and I've been basically a crystal witch for 12, 13 years now. So I just decided to call myself the Mystic. And the rock and roll part is because I actually am a rock and roll DJ in a radio station in the UK. And I kind of live and breathe rock and roll. And I am a Gen Xer hair metal freak. I just love music, all types of music. There's, rock and roll is where my heart is. And being having a weekly rock and roll show on White Horse Radio over in Wiltshire, over in the UK, it just seemed fitting because that's who I am. I'm the rock and roll mystic. It just felt right. So that is the significance of the name behind my channel. Now, what inspired me to start my channel? I've been thinking about this for a while, and I've only recently started avidly watching YouTube videos. And as my life is changing and moving me into this more magical realm of my life, I started searching out different channels, and especially all of you guys, all of the witchy tube and stuff like that. I love what you guys do. It inspires me every day. But I'll get to that in a future question. But yeah, so I just decided, I have a lot of stuff in this brain of mine, and it just sits there and festers. And being ADHD, it doesn't help me get things, I guess, moving in my own life. I can kind of sit and spin in thoughts for a while. So I thought this might be a way for me to just vomit all the stuff that's in my head. I have no intention of being a content creator or anything like that. I just have to get this stuff out of my head. And over on my other YouTube channel that I mentioned before, I used to have I think it was for about 8 months back in 2017, I did a daily little video series called Midnight Musings. And I am trying to repurpose that in other ways. And I'm being asked by my guides to think about bringing that back. So that might be a good way to get all this stuff out of my head. It might be just a good way for me to maybe share the stuff that I've learned over the last decade or so, and hopefully it helps somebody. I know I kind of walk my talk, and my life has changed as I've been walking my talk. And if I can help somebody, then that would be great. So that's kind of what inspired me to start this YouTube channel. I have no idea how consistent I'm going to be at this point, or where it's going to go. I don't even know what it's going to look like. I'm just jumping in with both feet, basically. Okay, next question. What type of content do you create on your channel? Well, I just mentioned what some of my thoughts are, but I also wanted to maybe do unboxings, because I have just recently launched a crystal shop called Magic Rocks. I'm still in beginning stages, and I only have 8 products right now, and a bunch of stuff is coming this weekend, and more is coming after that. And I'm going to be putting stuff up. So I'd like to do unboxings of what's going to be in the shop. I thought it would be a really good way to market the shop and help people adopt my crystals. Yeah. So yeah, unboxings. Probably that. Unboxings, midnight musings, just random chatter whenever I feel like it. That's kind of what content I am looking forward to creating in the future. All right. Is there a new style of content that you want to try? Well, I have no idea yet. I will tell you when I get there. So I have no idea. I'm going to start small and see where it goes. What are your hobbies outside of your channel? Music, 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 music. I live and breathe music. I spend hours and hours a day searching out new music, learning about new artists all over the world, finding ways to add them to my radio show and make a really unique and varied international type rock show. So that is probably my biggest hobby. I am just starting into kind of kitchen witchery. I made my first batch of jam last week, and I am currently making crafting some oils with a couple herbs. They're sitting there in the dark waiting to kind of do their magic. And let me see, what else do I have? Oh, and I have my succulents. I have never really had a green thumb, but recently I have started getting into certain plants. I do have a very large and beautifully wild poinsettia that I have had for probably since December of 2017. And she's enormous and she's huge and wild, and I love her to death. And she gives me beautiful red leaves every winter, without me having to try. And I really enjoy that. And then I have my little succulents that I am just learning how to care for. I call them the kids. And so I do what I need to do. I take them out, put them in the sun, then I bring them in. Now it's getting colder here in New York, which is where I'm based. And I need to, I just got a big, huge grow light plant stand that I have to put together and bring them in for the winter. So I think that's probably my biggest, those are my biggest hobbies. And by trade, I am a graphic designer. So I do like to play with graphics. I have a t-shirt shop that I like to put designs up and make composite designs and try to sell those. So yeah, I guess that would be a paid hobby, I think. I don't get paid very much, but it's a paid hobby. All right, next question. How do you plan out your content? I don't, and I probably will not. I will probably be more spontaneous. When I get a shipment of crystals for the shop, I will make time to do a video. Like I said, I have no desire at this moment in time. I have no idea what the future holds, but at this moment in time, I have no desire to edit. I just want to sit and talk and get stuff out and share my journey and share my love of rocks. And my whole house is completely just I live with rocks. I love rocks. I have so many different kinds, little, big, giant. I love them. So yeah, so I don't plan any, and I don't intend on planning my content. It's just going to happen as I feel it needs to come out. So what are the tools of your trade? This is kind of an interesting one. Currently, right now, I'm just using my laptop and a regular headphone mic. But I do have a Yeti mic that I use for my podcast, which, that should be a hobby too, because I am a podcaster as well. I have a podcast called The Animal Files. And I have a Mac Mini in my office with the Yeti mic. I have my MacBook Pro, my iPad Pro. I have my little MacBook Air. I'm a little bit of a Mac snob, but like I said, I guess my trade is graphic design, so I'm a little bit of a tech geek, and a Mac snob. So pretty much everything Mac. So those are the tools of my trade currently. I do have a Nikon camera. I don't know if that's ever going to come into play because, like I said, I just want to sit and chat. So it might just be my computer mic or my webcam on my other computer in the office, which is just a Logitech webcam. Let me see. As a content creator, do you experience burnout? If so, what does that look like and how do you recover? I wouldn't consider myself a content creator, so I guess this question may not be applicable yet. But I do experience burnout, and if perchance this gets too much to keep up with everything, because obviously I do a lot. ADHD, I get bored easy. I always have to have my hands stuff. So I'll probably just not do videos. Again, I'm not intending on being a content creator of any magnitude. If I ever be one or consider myself one, I don't know. I don't know. But if I do experience burnout, I will probably just stop and then come back to it when I've recuperated. That's kind of my self-care. I've been doing that. I do that for pretty much everything. Currently, because I have the podcast, the radio show, graphic stuff that I do, my like the t-shirt shop, which doesn't really take a lot of effort. And my new Magic Rock shop. It's a lot. And to kind of recuperate, I am taking the whole month of October off from the podcast and the radio show. So we're going to have some repeats playing through October, which is going to be a nice way of self-care. Self-care is important, and I am a huge advocate that you need to take care of your mental health. You need to take care of your physical health. So you do what you got to do. And if people don't like it, that's a them problem, not a you problem. Let me see. Okay. Which video are you most proud of and why? Probably this one, because I'm doing it. I mean, on my other channel where I said that I have those videos that I've just, brought over from Facebook to give it a home for a little bit. A lot of it I'm really proud of. Most of it, I think it was channeled, so I don't even remember what I said in all of them. So when I go back and watch them, I'm like, oh wow, well, that was pretty good. I'll take that advice. So I like to take my own advice. Yeah, but this one is probably my most I'm proud of the most because I'm doing it. I'm doing it. All right. So next question. Who inspires you within the magical pagan YouTube community? All of y'all? Let me see. I guess what I'll do here is I will mention the channels that I started with. One of the first channels I started with was The Witch's Cookery. And I love Bex. I think she's awesome. The Green Witch, Annabelle. Holy crap. Talk about inspiration. I like simplicity. And the way she handcrafts her herbal magic is, to me, very beautiful. And she inspires me every time she posts a video, both on both their channels. It's inspiring, and of course, we all know how beautifully she shoots her videos. I mean, the cinematography is just amazing. And then Kelly Ann Maddox. She was one of my first ones, and I love her. I think she's amazing. She is so varied in what she knows, and I definitely learned a lot from her, and I bought her book, and I love her book, and it's the first book in, oh gosh, I don't even know how many years that I read from cover to cover. So I'm very proud of that because I'm not a reader. But I love Kelly Ann Maddox. And Ivy the Occultist. Holy crap. Talk about somebody who knows her stuff. I love, and Ivy, I don't know if you're going to see this, but I love your videos. I think you are so knowledgeable, and you have such an amazing way of getting your thoughts across. And so yeah, thank you for that. And And honestly, I went through as many of this tag as I could, and the videos. So there are so many that I've started to follow. I haven't even watched many videos from a lot of you guys, and I know you guys are going to inspire me as well. So I'm just going to give you a big old collective thank you, because I, being called to do this more magical path, I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what to do. I'm here, like headed into my crone years, and I I just didn't know. I was being called to do it. My spirit guides, which unfortunately my spirit guide is a yellow sac spider, and they are very aggressive when I'm not doing what they want me to do. So, I just lost my train of thought. ADHD. Um, but yeah, okay. I found it. I found it. Don't you worry. Um, yeah, I didn't know where to start. And the spiders aren't very much help because they don't talk. They listen very well, but they don't talk, and so I have to figure it out. They disappeared for 8 months. I guess I was doing what I was supposed to do, and then all of a sudden, right as I'm starting to do all of this transitioning, back with a vengeance. I currently have two in this room, one in the hallway, and one in my office. And I don't know. I mean, they're not the cohabitational spiders. I don't know if any of you guys have any experience with yellow sacks, but they, I guess, have chosen to be my spirit guide because they always show up when I need to do more. And this is me doing more. So hopefully this will make them go away. I don't know. I'm a little bit of an arachnophobia. I respect them, but I don't necessarily like them in my personal space. So yeah, a little bit of a insight into my weird world. Um, all right. So, are there any channels that you would recommend? Yeah, all the ones that I mentioned, and I would just say, check out this tag and learn about the different people that are here on YouTube that are just sharing their knowledge. So I would just that's what I would recommend. All right. Do you believe there are misconceptions about being a magical or pagan YouTube? I would assume yes. Um, Especially from watching all of you guys' videos. Um, Lots of misconceptions. And I think the biggest one is people think that it's easy. The second biggest one is if you have a certain amount of followers, you make a crap ton of money. I never subscribe to that. I don't think that is the case. I think if you really want to make a good amount of money or a living on YouTube, you need to have just hundreds of thousands, if not a millions, followers. Now, that might be a misconception on my part. I'm just starting, so I don't know, but I'm certain that there is a lot of misconceptions, and the biggest one being that it's easy. I know it's not hard to sit in front of a camera and talk, but I do know that a lot of thought goes into a lot of your channels, and you spend hours editing. And I mean, from the North Witch, Ivy, Annabelle, there's so many of you guys put so much care into your editing, and it shows. And I know that's not easy, and I know that takes time. So I commend you. That is not for me. I don't see myself doing that. But who knows? I'm not going to say what the future holds for me, but as of right now, I don't see that happening for me. I just want to sit and talk, and hopefully you will oblige me. Let me see. What do you like and dislike about being on YouTube? Um, Again, just starting, but I like the free exchange of ideas. That is the one thing that I really like. I've learned a lot on YouTube. I'm very interested in socioeconomic and political um, topics, and I have learned more on YouTube about civics and about how our American government works than I think I could have learned in an entire, high school career, if I had the chance of having a civics class, which we did not have in my school. But you guys teach me a lot all of the time, and that's what I love about YouTube. What do I dislike about YouTube? Think I think what I dislike the most, just from what you guys have said and what I imagine would be the pressure. The pressure to stay consistent, the pressure to constantly be putting out content for your followers. I have no idea. I don't know if I'm going to be consistent. I don't know how that, but I know that that can be a lot of pressure. And also the trolls. Hopefully, hopefully, I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully, I won't deal with a lot, but in today's day and age, you're gonna get trolls. So I think that is one of the things that I dislike, but at the same time, I look at it as, well, if a troll comes on and makes comments, that's just gonna make my video a little bit more popular in the algorithm because it'll show the video to all the trolls and I'll just ignore them. At least that's my intention. All right, so the next question, and I just have them over here, so I apologize for looking away from the camera here. All right, so what are some of the challenges and struggles you face creating on this platform, and how do you overcome them? I don't know if this is applicable to me. The biggest challenge was doing it. And I've done it. Now the whole thing is like, okay, how consistent can I be? Or how consistent do I need to be? I think that is one of the challenges I think I'm gonna have to overcome, just because I know my own psyche, because I am the kind of like my spiders. I will go into my little cocoon for a while. So that's gonna be a struggle. Let me see. How am I overcoming them? I have no idea how I'm gonna overcome that when that happens. Um, I'll just have to do it a lot of self-talk. We'll see how that works. What is your opinion on monetization? Sorry, let me say that again. What is your opinion on monetization, paywalls, and exclusive content? I have no problem with them. Most of the people on YouTube who are trying to be content creators deserve to be compensated for the work they put into it. So I have absolutely no problem with it. Personally, I don't have a lot of extra funds to pay for exclusive content, but I have no problems when people choose to do that. I think that's your right, and it's everybody's right. All right. So, do you have any boundaries on this platform? Why or why not? Yes, I'm not going to burn myself out. That is my own personal boundary. I will not engage with the trolls. I will take all of the stuff that I have taught clients in the past and I've done myself, and I will work on my triggers and make sure that my mental health is not compromised by somebody who wants to say something really mean. So most of my boundaries are on myself. If I'm tired, I don't do it. I'm not going to push myself. If you're going to spam my videos, I mean, I have no followers, so I don't think I'm big enough. But spammers, yeah, they'll be blocked. And I will block. I have no problems with the block. I don't know how to do the block feature, but once I learn how to do that, yeah, that's not going to be a problem for me. Because, like I said, I'm moving into my crone years, and we don't deal with crap like that. Yeah. So, let's see. Yeah, so if I'm not feeling it, I'm not going to do it. Let me see, what is the next question? All right, do you have any current goals for your channel? I think I've pretty much described what all of my goals are for this channel. I really don't have anything set in stone. But I have potential intentions. I guess, I don't know. Okay, so what is the next question? What are some of the mistakes that you have made, and how did you fix them? Again, I haven't made any yet. There may be 20 million in this video, but I'm not going to know until I watch it back. Oh, by the way, I'm using Zoom right now to record, just because I'm comfortable with the platform, and it's just easier. And the soft focus doesn't hurt. See. Yeah, so I guess I will fix them as I make them. I guess that's how I would answer that question. All right. In what ways has your channel grown since your first video? Well, no clue. We'll find out, won't we? This is my first video. Right. So, have you ever wanted to quit making videos, and why? Now I can't talk to obviously YouTube because I haven't done it, but when I was doing my midnight musings on Facebook, I actually had to quit making them because I was dealing with a lot of pain in my back and my hips. And I used to just sit on the floor and talk for like 20 minutes. And it was getting, I don't know what was going on with my back. I've had injuries and I've had car accidents. So, but maybe I was under stress at the moment because I haven't had that much pain since. But I had to quit making them. And that's why I stopped doing midnight musings, because it was too painful for me to sit and talk for 20 minutes every single night. So if that ever happens again, I'll just have to cross that bridge when I come to it. I can't even talk today. I apologize. Right. So the next question, what did you wish you had known before starting your YouTube journey? Can't answer that. But I have to thank you all, because listening to your videos on this particular tag, it helps me get a little bit more of a solid footing. Again, I have no idea what's going to happen with this channel. I have no idea how I'm going to handle things as I go forward, or what it's going to look like, or anything like that. But thank you to you for at least helping me see what you guys have dealt with, and hopefully that will help this small little journey that I'm about to embark on better. So thank you. Oh, do you post on any other platforms? Yes, actually I do, with my radio show Soul of Rock. With I used to post on X, formerly Twitter, but I haven't posted there in over 2 weeks. I post every Wednesday. I post on Threads, Facebook, and Instagram for the radio show. I don't really post much. I have another Instagram channel that is more spiritually focused, but I haven't really been consistent. Um, I was better on uh I'm better on Facebook on my personal page, but I really don't post that much. I just say, hey, I just made this, or hey, this is what this person did, or and I can go weeks without posting anything. So probably the majority of my posting is in regards to my music life, and also my podcasting life, but my partner with the Animal Files, she does a lot of the social media, so she does most of that posting, and I'm in charge of threads, which I'm not doing a very good job on with the Animal Files. But with Solo Rock, yes, I post every Wednesday, several posts each week, just to promote my show and let people know who's coming up on the during the show and what artists we're featuring and all of that stuff. So that's kind of where I post most of my stuff. I haven't quite posted about um about my new life yet. Um so that will probably be on my personal Instagram. I'll start to do take pictures of my crystals when they come in, and yeah, things are changing. So I will definitely be posting more often on other platforms, but I'm pretty much on everything. Let me see. Do you have any advice for anyone starting a YouTube channel? Uh, I'm just going to give out the advice that I took from all you guys. Just do it. Just do it. If you want to do it, do it. And don't put pressure on yourself. If you're not feeling it, don't do it. If you really don't plan on, um, if you want to be kind of just a talking head like myself, where I just really don't want to do any editing or anything, I just want to sit and talk, then don't put pressure on yourself. Just do it when you feel like you're doing it or you want to do it. If you're really into becoming a content creator, then my advice would be to search out creators you respect and see how they get along. There's almost every channel I've been on, there's at least one video talking about updates and mental health checks and all that stuff, and I appreciate that as a viewer because it helps me to understand what you guys put yourself through and your intentions and your motives and your hearts and all of that stuff. So yeah, my advice would be if you just want to be a talking head like myself, then just do it and don't put pressure on yourself. If you want to be a content creator, then check out all of the wonderful content creators here on YouTube and just do it. Just do it. But do it right. And don't go in with misconceptions. Make sure you have your lenses clear and you go in wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, basically, and not jaded. All right. Who will you tag? Well, I don't really know very many people, but I have 3 people that I just recently found that I haven't seen them do this tag, because most of you guys I follow have all done it, so I don't want to tag people who've already been tagged 20 million times. So I'm going to tag the Angelic Path. She's new on Facebook as well. And 2 witchy content creators that I just recently found that I would like to learn more about, and that is Luna Leodrune, I think I pronounced that correctly, and Cedar Moon. I've just started watching their videos and I like their energy. And I'd like to know more about them. So yeah, I tag you. So just 3 people. So the Angelic Path, Luna Leodrune, and Cedar Moon. And I think that's that. There, I did my first YouTube video. So we'll see what happens. Thank you all for inspiring me. Again, can't talk. Thank you all for inspiring me to jump off that ledge and just do it, because I think this is going to help me clear the chaos in my brain and just talk. And it might get me, give me a little kick in the pants to start up my midnight musings again. So we'll see how it goes. So thank you. And have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week, day, night, wherever you are, however, I can't even talk, but whatever you need. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful week. And I hope to see you all around the YouTubes. So thanks. Bye.